my hat's off to everybody. It's such an exciting group of people, and the energy is tremendous. It's really exciting. So my career, you know, it's a mottled career, to say the best, at least. And I feel grateful that I'm able to just keep on discovering, you know, to keep on learning, and they'll be scraping me off the studio floor when I'm 106 years old, and they'll be like, James, you're dead now. You really can't do it anymore. I'll be like, yeah, the watchword for my career has always been to do as much work for as little money as possible. It's worked. I've been really fortunate, and I think what I've listened to everybody here, this is a time where you have to do everything. I mean, there's no such thing as being one thing. And I think when I started out, I was lucky enough to sort of think, well, I'm going to be an actor in the American theater, you know, and it was like, yeah, good luck. I've always done many things. When I got on the series, I was able to direct on the series, but they wouldn't let me direct. They would let somebody playing my son, you may know who that is, Jason Priestley, they let him right away because he started the show. Aaron Spelling was like, well, we can't have you direct because then everybody will want to direct. And I was like, really? You think all these people are really going to want to direct? Okay. So I had to go to UCLA, study directing, and I had to observe. And it was the greatest lesson for me. I observed on dozens of shows from start to finish, you know. Who was talking about being, when you first, was you, right? When you came out, you learn everything just watching your friends come in and shoot themselves in the foot when they're auditioning, you know, what it is that's required, you know. So eventually I did get to direct on that show, which was really the most fun. I mean, that was the best part of that series. You know, it's funny too, because that's kind of, that's the big thing that I'm known for. And you think that is such a small part of my life. I know that sounds weird. People will put you on talk shows and they'll say, what was your favorite episode? And I'm like, I never watched them. I watched the 3 that I directed, you know, but I never watched. I had young kids and I didn't let them watch the show, and I tried to protect them from all the hazara, you know. I mean, it was kind of that weird, iconic show. It was before your time, you weren't born yet, but it was such a big deal, and so I got my 5 minutes of fame, and I realized how thin that is. You know what I mean? It's just, it does not feed you. You think it does. You think you're, oh my God, my ego. And you finally realize it doesn't. And it was a great lesson. And I'm grateful for it. I have a house. Yes, we have a house. But I do all the work on it, so I don't know. I've had a really wonderful time doing everything. You know, I remember when I was at Trudeau, we had John Gielgud, John Gielgud, somebody knows who John Gielgud was. He was one of the preeminent British actors. It was Laurence Olivier, John Gielgud, okay? Tons and tons and tons of theater roles. He was like a knight, and we're sitting at his feet. And 2 things he said. First of all, he said, well, I'm a whore. I'll do anything. You want to ask me? I'll do anything. I was like, ooh, no, and he's right. You know, you say yes. You just say yes, because you never know where it's going to lead. And the other thing he said, which really pissed me off, he said it takes 30 years to become an actor. And I was like, I'm graduating from fucking Juilliard in 2 months, okay? I know what the fuck I'm doing, okay? I'm an actor, right? And the motherfucker was right. Except he was wrong by 10 years. It takes 40 years. Really. So Robin said, you know, you need to start a class. And I was like, no, those who teach. Yeah. Oh, right? I felt that way. I was like, no, that means it's the end of my career. Right. I apologize for this horrible thing, but that's how I felt. And he was like, no, I'm your first student. And I just said, yeah, you know, you're right. And
Who was this?
Robin Thomas.
Okay.
He's
Said that all, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's all right. But he had done a lot of. We knew each other from shows and stuff. So I just started doing it by word of mouth, right? It's grown and it's changed me as an actor. I have to say I was extremely lucky. A few years ago, I got cast in a play on Broadway with Bryan Cranston, and it was about LBJ. It was called All the Way, and it was an extraordinary experience. It was probably one of the greatest experiences of my life, and that never would have happened if I didn't teach. And the point is, you got to teach. Joseph Campbell, if you're in this business, talks about at a certain point in your life, it is imperative that you take your knowledge and you start to teach, because what happens is you start to go, oh, I've got a point of view. This is, and I always say to my peeps, as I call them, I learn more from them than they do from me, hands down. For the most part, the people who are at the really top, who are, in it for the duration, in it for the craft, who are excellent actors and directors, are extraordinary people. They really are. You have to have real intelligence. You have to have real intelligence. You have to have real self-knowledge, which is really what it's all about. Because confidence is self-knowledge, and they have a ton of it, and they're gracious. Emma Thompson and Jason Robards that I got to work with, just great. That's my life, is being around really extraordinary people and having that rub off and feel you feel really blessed that way. So that's it for me. For now it's Home Depot. I am so grateful to be here. I really am. The energy is tremendous. What you said, it really is. I think what's hard is, it's who you know, right? And we all go, well, I'm a terrible schmoozer. I hate that. I don't want to schmooze, blah, 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 right? We all, everybody. I'm like, well, and obviously I enjoy being with people, but, and I think to myself, I don't know how to do it. Well, of course you know how to do it. You just be yourself. And it's making the connection, making a personal connection. It's not who you know. It's connecting with like-minded people, and it's finding your people and finding the people you love. And we all come at it with different points of view and, incredibly different backgrounds. Everybody's story is amazing. And what's great about getting to this very ripe old age is that, in fact, I was talking to a director, he's a showrunner, ran Chicago Med, and he's, big, he does Law and Order and all that stuff. And, he's not an old friend, he's just an old friend from a long time ago. And we just said, it's funny, because when you're coming up in the business, I think having ego is really important, and having ambition is really important. But it can kind of get in your way. And this time, it's all ego. It feels like it's all ego. And when you get to the stage where, we're all pooping every day. Sorry, we all gotta wipe our tushy, right? Whether you like it or not. I know, but it's kind of like, that's me, scatological. But it starts to become this great level, and you realize it doesn't matter what the hell you're doing. I remember being at the Golden Globes for the only time, and being like, wow, my fucking Golden Globes. And literally the next morning on Sunday, cleaning toilets at my theater company. And going, it's all the work.
Glamorous.
It's glamorous, let me tell you, But in a way, it's like, that's me. It's like the way I see it is, it's, whatever you do is part of it all, Whatever you do. And be the best at it. Be at the shit job, be great at your shit job. Don't cheat it, because you're going to cheat yourself. You want to be the best at everything you do.